Emergency!
What's wrong?
Help!
Help, police.
Oh my baby!
Oh no.
Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, look, he'll be okay, but we're gonna have to open him up.
I don't know if I can handle this.
I know, but like the only way we can fix this is by going inside and...
Please save him.
Alright, let's do it.
It's okay, it's gonna be okay.
And it goes without saying, but don't do this at home.
We're gonna have to open this violin up.
Doctor, but...
It's the only way to do it.
What is that?
But doctor, the violin doesn't have health insurance.
Oh my god. Can you give us a discount?
Yeah. Didn't we have universal health insurance?
What's the name again?
A cup of coffee.
A cup
of coffee. Oh, what?
Copy.
It's a cup of coffee. Yeah, it's a cup of coffee.
Look,
Cuppa.
it says copy de cuppa, so I'll
It's a
call it
cuppa
cuppa
coffee.
copy.
Oh my god, here we go.
So I use a knife and I literally have to split the body off very carefully.
Where's the bridge, by the way? The soul. I thought the bridge was the soul.
Yeah,
It's got no
it's-
soul.
Touch
It's
and
gonna be
go.
alright.
I hope so, yeah. There's a spare bridge here.
Spare soul.
Spare soul.
We'll pop
Yeah.
it over here.
Yeah, just...
Soul is watching on the operating table.
So.
Alright.
Oh! Oh my god, you're kidding me.
Oh!
Sounds like bones cracking.
Yeah.
Like
This one's
rib
actually
cage.
opening really easily, so sometimes they're quite difficult to open. But it's so much louder because
Did something just fall inside?
Oh no, someone threw a brick inside.
What?
Soul is
The soul is inside!
Oh no! Is there like a lifespan how many times an instrument can open?
Well, what happens after a while actually, that so much of the edges goes missing that they actually have to replace, like they double the edges later. Okay. So there's a tiny bit of damage
Look at it, he's cutting
that
it.
happens on the joints. You have to be very careful, especially when you're working on a $500,000 instrument or $1 million instrument or something like that.
I can't. Oh! Oh!
Here we go, peeps. Yeah, there we go.
You can see
This is-
like the newness in compared to the
Yeah. So there's
touching
little bits where it's kind of cracked off, but the glue was really old, so it actually came off super easily. This is a bass bar, but this is actually not a good example of a bass bar. It's really
Okay.
horrible. It is chunky, like it's so they're supposed to be
Chunky. Thick,
so
thick
firstly they're
bass.
supposed to be about 6 millimeters wide. What? It's only 7. That's bizarre. Okay. Now this is supposed to have this beautiful kind of curve to it. Yeah, here's a bass bar that actually has the right kind of shape. So it has this really. So it's very
it's like a
thin
more-
here, very thick here. So here's the sound post on this side. So it looks a bit like this. It sits on the one side, and on the other side you have the bass bar. So it strengthens underneath the bridge, like where the bridge sits, but also it transfers, so the vibrations go through like to the top plate, and then they go into the bass bar, and it transfers all the way to these ends here and sets these two areas in motion. So
Why is the bass bar on this side particularly? Can it be switched around?
there's a lot more vibration that goes through the bass side of the instrument than the treble side. So that if you can see where the bridge is, and if we turn underneath, you can kind of see how the bass bar kind of sits under there.
Looks like a flying saucer.
So if the bridge was the soul, what would you say the sound post and the bass bar represent
it's
in
a
the
tough-
body?
It's a tough one actually, because in many languages the sound post is actually called the soul.
Oh!
Oh!
Maybe both of them should be like the soul.
Maybe one's heart, one's soul.
Yeah.
Hey, I like it.
The bass bar looks like a spine though.
This is an old French violin I'm working on, and it's had numerous cracks. But here you can see what happens if you open an instrument too many times. After a while, so they had to actually replace half of the thickness of the top plate is actually new timber. and the other half, this half is original.
What are all those spots?
Okay, so these, basically, they're little cleats, so they're little bits of reinforcement. So where there was a crack, they put some reinforcement in. It strengthens it once it's been glued, the crack's been glued, so it doesn't open up again. If you have a lot of them, it can affect
Like
the
this?
sound, but this is not a lot.
Oh,
really?
okay.
This is not a lot, this is very few.
What is this? The little hole on the bottom.
This is, okay, well, if this is the F-hole,
Oh, that escalated.
my dad had a client who had a problem with the end pin, and my dad said, "Oh, have you got a problem with the F hole again?" And the client said, "No, this time it's the A hole." But
Disclaimer, it's called the end pin.
Yeah, the end pin.
In case you realize we're not joking, it's there. There
so
you
it
go.
works like that.
Can I try it? So go in.
Yep. So that's the end pin.
Anyway, let's move on from that joke.
Cup of coffee is dying. Cup of coffee is dying.
Yeah, we're like on the operation table.
We're
We're like,
laughing.
So I have actually, look at this, there's like a little crack down here.
Okay.
So there's like a little crack. So that's something I'll be needing
wait,
to repair.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like on the outside. So so this is the saddle.
oh,
Wait.
oh, cup of coffee.
Oh, that detaches off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just...
This is again a bad example of a saddle. Like it's supposed to be quite a bit longer.
Okay.
So I have special clamps that I use to glue the crack. And
So the clamp is like the stitching after surgery.
Yeah, that's it. And if you have any other cracks, say this was a crack here.
It's like braces.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Wow.
So once there we go. So once I would put glue in a crack, and then I would glue it up using this kind of clamp, which pulls the whole crack together.
It's starting to look like a torture device.
Yeah.
Yes. When there's a crack right underneath the bridge here, they put in this patch, which is called a soundpost patch. It's literally carved out all the way till just under the surface here. So it's hollowed out underneath, and then this piece of timber's fitted into that hollow. Takes about 10 hours to fit this one piece of timber.
Wow.
So there's about 27 to 28 kilos of weight that sit on the top plate here. So that's a lot of pressure, and if there's a crack here, the moment you put a bridge on that, the crack, even if the crack's glued and repaired, it'll open up again. And that's why they do a patch underneath the soundpost. Most strads that you see would have soundpost patches.
Really?
What about these patches? Like, would
Yeah,
there be
so
a lot?
these kinds of patches, there's quite a few, and they just sit on the outside, whereas this one is actually carved into the top plate, so it's hollowed, the top plate's hollowed out, and then it's replaced with this new timber. Imagine an 8-year-old child and having it standing on the strad.
Oh! So theoretically, if a child stands on that one point by himself, the strap wouldn't collapse.
No, that's right.
It wouldn't collapse.
If you gently placed it on there, it could probably withstand that weight.
Oh, next video experiment.
Okay.
Guys, donate for a strad. We're gonna test the strength of a real violin.
But not a strad. My dad actually, they tried it out. So they had an instrument they wanted to destroy. It wasn't worth anything, and they just tested it out. They stood on a top plate, and it was totally fine.
Full adult.
Yeah, full adult.
So like
yeah.
60, 70, 80 kilograms.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then
Yeah,
how do
it's
people
quite-
break violins by sitting on it?
It's a sudden force.
Yeah,
think.
I
It's a sudden
see.
force that it can't handle. Because when you put the strings on, you slowly raise it up.
If you
That's-
slow, gradually sit on. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Another thing not to try at home.
Yeah.
Unless you bought your violin at Aldi.
Was that a bag out to Aldi?
Look, Aldi has great veggies.
Yeah, next video, guys.
Do you guys want to see what I do when I glue it up?
Yes,
In the
please.
end, okay.
Guys, look at that. This little stray part.
Yeah.
Oh, that was sharp. Just make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I
Wow,
like to
okay.
put my violins under before I operate. Totally unconscious. This is the top block. Then the other side is called the bottom block. Okay, and these are the corner blocks. They just stabilize the corner a little bit. Yeah, so that's the lining.
Oh, beautiful,
But
dude.
it's actually coming off. You can see it's actually open a little bit, so it has to be glued.
And what type of glue do you use? Is it like normal
I use
glue
hide
from
glue.
Aldi?
Actually, no, I don't use Aldi glue. I've seen instruments glued together with Eraldite. It's the
What is Eraldite?
So Eraldite is like this 2-plate pack glue. It's like fiberglass.
Oh.
And I've seen like good Italian instruments glued, like cracks on good Italian instruments glued with Eraldite. And it's horrible. Like you can't even get the stuff out. So I use hide glue, which is, it's actually made from animal hide. This is my glue pot here.
Oh.
And this is my glue.
Guys, it's freshly growing raspberries.
Raspberry glue.
Yeah.
When I heat it up, it goes soft. Even the Egyptians used that kind of glue. And also, I mean, you know, like even Stradivarius would have used that kind of glue, you know, 300 years ago. So that hasn't changed at all. Let's just pretend I've repaired this. Just get all my clamps.
This is really a torture chamber.
I would be putting like glue around the outside of all this. So like using this brush. And then put the top plate on.
Oh, that's the
cool.
side.
So, and then I use these clamps to
Hold it
glue
together.
the instrument back together.
And you got to move quick, right? Otherwise the glue will settle.
You've got about a maximum 5-minute window
Oh!
to do it. Yeah.
Dude, it actually is braces.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it kind of looks like braces, basically.
Eddie, would you do this to your own instrument?
Nah. Oh, for the bum.
Anyway, so I'd leave the instrument like this for probably overnight usually, and then
see.
take everything apart, and it would be glued back together.
Wow. Look at that, guys. This is the finished product. Well, almost.
Yes.
The last stage of operations of the violin.
How long does it take for the glue to settle usually?
Maybe 8 to 10 hours or something.
Wow,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had times, or know people that had times that the glue just didn't work?
So if you know, if players play an instrument a lot, you perspire, and then when you perspire, it can wear off the varnish, and if the varnish gets worn off and you keep playing the instrument for a long time, the perspiration from the skin can soak into the instrument, and it soaks. It literally it's all saturated with the oils from the body, and it literally won't glue after that. There's nothing that you can do to glue it back up. So it's usually up around this area here.
Yeah. So
And
guys,
so
because
it's
we hold the
really-
violins like
yeah.
this.
And so I always recommend that people get that retouched as soon as something wears off here, you just get it retouched, get new varnish on it so that the perspiration can't affect the instrument. That's the worst ones. Instruments from the tropics, they just fall apart all the time. The glue isn't good for humidity.
So there you go, guys. It's a short introduction to cracking open your violin.
Like I said, do not try that at home.
Yes, if you have problems with violins, all the issues we mentioned, if you're concerned, take it to a luthier.
Like Olaf.
Yes.
At Violin Studio.
We all laugh at it.
That's right. And make sure they're real professionals.
Do your fact checking.
Yes.
Don't just go to any luthier. Thank you for saving cup of coffee.
Yeah, no worries. I think he'll be totally fine.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, check out the links below for Olaf Studios, and also subscribe if you like the videos, and see you guys next time.
Okay, see ya.